All right, let's talk about Omnissa Horizon. Now, I want you to imagine something. Picture your entire work computer, everything, every single app, every file, all your settings, being securely streamed to any device you own. Your laptop, your tablet, doesn't matter. We're going to break down exactly how this incredible technology actually works.
So, let's start with a problem. A really, really big one that pretty much every large company faces. You've got thousands of employees, right? Some are at home, some are in the office, others are traveling the world. How do you give every single one of them a secure, identical computer? Shipping laptops is a total nightmare. And what happens when someone's laptop gets stolen from a coffee shop? How do you even begin to solve that?
Well, the solution, it's not magic, but it kind of feels like it. It's all about shifting your thinking from physical machines to digital ones. Instead of trying to manage thousands of individual laptops, companies create this central inventory of virtual computers that can be delivered to any employee anywhere, basically on demand.
And that brings us to the core concept here, inventory desktops. In the world of Omnissa Horizon, this just means a collection of computers, they could be virtual or even physical, that are all managed from one single central place and then delivered securely to whoever needs them. That central management piece, that is the key to absolutely everything.
Okay, so what's actually in this inventory? What are these digital desktops made of? Let's take a look at the actual building blocks of this whole digital fleet, because it's a lot more flexible than you might think. So this inventory is really a mix of three different things. First, you've got your standard virtual machines, which are basically computers that are just made of software, running on a powerful server somewhere. But you can also include real physical machines, like a super high-powered workstation that a designer might need in an office. And finally, you have something called RDS hosts. The easiest way to think of this is like sharing one giant, super powerful computer. Multiple people can log in and use its horsepower all at the same time, but they each get their own private, secure session.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, especially for the person using the desktop. See, not all of these digital desktops are created equal. The biggest choice an IT admin has to make is about something called persistence, and it really just boils down to one simple question. Does your desktop remember you after you log out?
On one side, you have persistent desktops. Think of this like it's your own personal office. It's assigned just to you. You can hang pictures on the wall, install your own software, leave files all over your desktop. When you come back tomorrow, it's exactly how you left it. Then, you have the other side, non-persistent desktops. These are more like a perfectly clean hotel room. Every single time you log in, you get a brand new, totally clean, factory-fresh desktop. And the moment you log out, poof, everything you did is completely wiped away. It's perfect for security and keeping things consistent.
There's a fantastic name for these non-persistent machines, just-in-time desktops. And I just love this phrase because it perfectly captures the whole idea, doesn't it? A fresh desktop is spun up for you just in time, exactly when you need it, and it just vanishes when you're done. It's unbelievably efficient.
Okay, so if you've got thousands of these just-in-time desktops constantly being created and destroyed, how in the world does an IT team keep track of it all? Well, the answer is, you don't manage them one by one. That would be impossible. You manage them in groups, using something called pools. A pool is really just a collection of desktops that are all alike. So for example, an IT admin can create a marketing department pool that has all the specific software that the marketing team needs, or maybe an engineering pool that's packed with a ton of processing power. This lets them manage settings and push out updates to hundreds of users all at once, instead of having to touch every single machine individually. And this is where the scale just becomes mind-blowing. Using this pool-based approach, an admin can create one perfect golden image of a desktop, and then, with a click, spin up literally thousands of identical copies for all their users. Now that is how you deliver a consistent, secure computer to a massive global workforce.
We've talked a lot about the how, but let's connect this back to the why. Why do companies invest so much in this kind of technology? Well, it all really boils down to two things that every business needs: security and control.
So what's the big payoff? Well, it really comes down to three huge advantages. First, it's all centrally managed. IT can patch, update, and control everything from a single screen. Second, and this is a massive win, is data security. Since the desktop is running in a secure data center, no sensitive company files are ever actually stored on an employee's laptop. So if that laptop gets stolen, the company's data is still completely safe. And finally, it gives people secure access from anywhere, letting them work freely without ever compromising security. So what does this actually feel like for you, the person using it? Honestly, it's incredibly simple. You open up one app on your computer, the Horizon Client. The system instantly finds the right desktop for you from its pool and delivers it. And just like that, you are working in a full Windows or Linux environment. The most important part is that this work environment is totally separate from your personal computer. It's like a secure bubble, perfectly sandboxed, so your work life and your personal life never have to touch.
And that really leaves us with one final big thought. This technology fundamentally separates our work from a specific piece of hardware. It makes the whole idea of going to the office more about collaboration, not about getting access to a specific computer on a specific desk. So, if your workspace is no longer tied to a physical box, what does the office of the future really look like?